2015, Fiji up against Australia, and there is not one weakness in that Fiji. 12 seasoned campaigners and youngsters on the up. The captain is Kulinasau. Didn't have to do a lot yesterday because his teammates were doing so much of the hard work for him. 2Y and 8 is a great finisher, and 2Y and 5 is the one that sets up so much of them. And Australia captained by Ed Jenkins, and they make their way out now. Fiji on the left, Australia in the green and gold. Greg Clark with you alongside me. Former England international Ollie Phillips. Well, this is what they play for, the big guns in the Cup quarterfinals. Some people say it's the toughest of all the games all weekend.
I mean, it is. First game up on day 2, your body's a little bit sore, battered and bruised from the day before, but you're into knockout rugby now. And what Australia face is a very, very dominant Fijian side from yesterday. However, one thing I do think that plays into Australia's favour is that they're very, very savvy. They're very, very street smart. And the way they mix up their defensive pattern, their defensive shape, they played 7 up sometimes yesterday, 6-1. That could pose some problems for Fiji, who don't like to be put off their game first game up, day two, sorry.
Referee is Richard Kelly from New Zealand. And it's going to be Australia kicking off. Australia will definitely need to start well, because if you give the Fijians a start, they get the confidence going, and then it's shut the gate. So the first of the Cup quarterfinals in Dubai underway. Australia has won 3 of the last 5 against Fiji, including their last outing in London back in May. Australia beat Fiji in the Dubai semi-final last year, but this is what Fiji can do. They can open you up like a can of sardines. And a mistake there by Fiji.
Yeah, just losing the ball there in the contact, just slipping out from underneath him from Veramalua, but this gives a great opportunity to Australia here, right in the middle of the field, inside Fijian territory. Fantastic opportunity with Clark and Foe out wide on either side.
Lewis Holland in the playmaking role, and Stannard put it in. Australia deciding to start Henry Spate, the Wallaby, on the bench for this one, as he eases his way into sevens after a break from his childhood in Fiji. Now Stannard gives it out to Holland, who kicks ahead for Pamafo to chase, and Kulinasau is back there. He leaves it behind, but no, a penalty. Obstruction there. Pamafo playing the man, and so Fiji from their own try line, but we know that they can go coast to coast when they have to. The pass from 2Y over on the far side, and getting away there almost was Rawatha, but it's there for Australia now. Cusack. Oh, and they knock it on, and now it's been picked up by Kulinasau. Back to Piwai. You have to take him ball and all, because he can get the offload away just like that. Aisaki Katonomau will score the first try. You cannot give them a chance, because they will snatch it 99 times out of 100. Fiji.
Well, you just can't afford turnover ball there. Ed Jenkins spinning the ball forwards, and then you can just see Fijian eyes lighting up. The little knock on, and then the excitement builds. Kulinasau leaps onto it, and then it's all about Katani Bao all the way in. First try to Fiji. Ominous start.
Very ominous indeed, considering that all started pretty much from their own try line. A couple of phases before that. There is the extras from Fiji, the Whanatangi, and so it is 7 points to 0. Just the start that Ben Ryan, the Fijian coach, wanted. The try to Aisaki Katonomau, left-handed in the Army, trialled with Toulon back in 2010, but decided that he'd prefer to stay in sevens, and that time they got it wrong. Vyasa Veramalua overrunning the kickoff. So a free kick here to Australia. Australia beat Kenya and Wales, but lost to England on the final day of day 1. Fiji winners over Canada. great escape against Japan, getting up 21-17 on the bell. They beat Argentina 28-0. So now Clark, switch of play, and they raced up and shut down Lewis Holland. And the Australian breakdown play wasn't good yesterday, so now they get the penalty. They really need to match up, don't they, at the breakdown against this big physical Fijian team.
Yeah, they do, and that was just a little bit too telegraphed from Australia. Fiji reading the run around and getting the big smash on them, and very, very fortunate that they just get the penalty at the breakdown. But lovely position now. They managed to kick to the corners, set themselves up. They're traditionally very, very good at their line out, a strong point. They've got real pace and power in Clark and far out wide.
So great opportunity here for Australia to hit back. Stannard. Line out works perfectly, Stannard. And now Holland to Clark. Puts on some footwork, gives it to Palmer-Foe. They were waiting on that inside channel. Now it is Cusack who's on his own. Tom Cusack, it's there for Stannard. Holland, Palmer-Foe. Palmer-Foe having a go. Holland. Stannard, they've got some numbers, but the attack has to be direct, and now they lose it in contact. Clark couldn't hold on to that one, so a wasted opportunity again. Good field position, and they'll play the knock on because they're playing advantage.
So unfortunate for Australia there, just losing the ball in contact, Cameron Clark, but they'd worked so hard at their breakdown, so precise to make sure that they kept the continuity in their play. And when you gift the ball away to Fiji, they just want possession, they relish it, they want the ball, and they're so dangerous when they've got it.
There's our performance tracker. That's how it stands at the moment. Vereni Vakatawa having a wonderful tournament for France. The performance tracker, just combining so many of the rugby stats available to us. So it's still Fiji 7, Australia 0.
Great, Fiji looking so flat here in their line. They're just going to kick it downfield. You can tell that from so telegraphed. Australia got to read it.
And it sits up for Palmer-Foe, but the chase is very good indeed, and he's isolated there, but he gets it back to Con Foley. And Foley losing it forward. So just those little mistakes costing the Australians. They did well to scramble out of that.
Yeah, they did incredibly well, but you've got to understand, when you're on the field, you've got to play heads-up rugby and attack and defence all the time. Look at what's happening off the scrum there. Fiji, no depth whatsoever. All of them flat on their line. You know what's coming. You know, either in defence, you're going to be able to get man and ball and smash them, or they're going to kick it downtown. And if they do, your winger's got to come back. Palmer-Foe, got to be reading that.
Crouch. Bind. Effect.
Linazau rather, and it's one-on-one out wide, and a missed tackle on Rawatha, and so they'll work the other side now. Revolvo, oh, just ankle tap there. Jenkins goes in looking to steal it.
Fabulous work from Jenkins.
And the penalty goes to Australia. They take it quickly. Cusack gives it now to Foley. He gives it to Holland, and Holland now to Foe. One-on-one, Palmer-Foe. Did he get it down? They are going to have a look at this one. Oh, so close. It is a try to Australia. Palmer-Foe has his 4th for the tournament, so the Aussies have hit back, and that'll give them some confidence.
Well, a really well-taken try from Palmer-Foe, but it comes from superb work at the breakdown from Ed Jenkins. He gets in, so gets that penalty after the tap tackle from Stannard, and Australia then just play away into space, and Foe, so strong in the contact there, rides it well and gets the ball down. Great effort from Australia.
So Stannard from out wide, full of concentration, but no, it's out to the left. So 7 points to 5, and that is half-time, so a timely score for Australia right on the half-time break.
Wait these blokes. Now use the half-time. Chassa, get your timing right. Time, eh, Chassa?
Dobbiamo robotsasa. Oi, anamo sa tasir bailom. Kami kulutain. Ikutora kulinda palemra. Ikutora sindo halti kututa kenapa? Digital sindo bisi kutu kota biang nebam. Digital kita meeting berdoa. Set. Kau lagi. Koli.
Ana tu festa di Napoli, orto sarno. Ora come valeu, se non togli la come vai bats katon. Fo, Fiji. Bona come valeu.
It sees minutes just after the kick-off where the Fijians can be so dangerous. So Ollie, you know, they've had the break, they've had a chance to regroup, they've had the message from the coach and the captain.
Yeah, I mean, you can get all the messages on this execution that's so critical, and what I think Australia have done so well, we mentioned at the start of the game, is they frustrated Fiji. They've put them off their game plan, 7-5 at half-time. They've not allowed them to get into their strides and work that offloading game that they're so used to doing. And what that does is that plays into Australia's hands. They'll sniff an opportunity, they'll sniff the chance to cause an upset here.
So plenty to play for. Day 2, Dubai, 2015. First stop of 10 on the HSBC World Sevens Series. Richard Kelly from New Zealand blows the whistle. And we're underway, and better timing that time at the restart by Fiji, but it's there for Palmer. And then a mistake! And that's what you cannot do against Fiji, so let's see if they make them pay for it. Here's big P.O.T.Y. What a step by the big man, and the fan, and the inside ball to Vatimi Ravovo. He hands it off now to Jerry Tuwai, and then over the far side is the captain, Osea Kalinisau. That is Fiji on the counter at their best, and it came from a very costly error from Australia.
I did, Greg. I mean, you said at half-time, the impact that Fiji can have straight off the back. And there, the mistake from Foe, just gifting them possession straight away. And then they're electric. They've just come alive. They're just so desperate for the ball, shifting it through the hands. And that's a simple dot down in the corner for Kalinisau. But it all comes from that Palmer Foe mistake. And Australia be kicking themselves, just gifting an opportunity to Fiji straight as the second half gets underway.
Change for Australia as well, with Spade out there, so replacing Cameron Clark, who has not been 100% with an ongoing recovery from a hamstring injury. So he's easing his way back in, and Spate is also easing his way into sevens, the 5-test Wallaby. Kalinisau, that was his first try for the weekend. And the reason for that is he hasn't had to score because the others are doing it for him. So the kick-off now, and knocked back by Poe, and Spate has it. Fiji on Fiji there. We're up playing sevens in his native Fiji. Penalty to Australia. So it's 12 points to 5. Stannard looking to chew off some metres here. Put it into touch and set up a move.
It's not a bad decision from Australia there again. The Australian line-out's already been pretty successful earlier on. Get some territory. They're onto the 22 from Fiji. They're changing the tempo, and now they go again. Now, when they get this, they're precise, accurate, clinical.
And oh, it's a beautiful steal by Fiji. So again, gifting possession away. Ravovo firing it across into midfield. It goes backwards off Katonambao. And space on the far side. Spate got across there, forcing them back on the inside. Rawatha sets up nicely for Tuwai. Allowed to run. Allowed to size things up. Beautiful backhander into Veromalua. He gets it back to Mata. Mata! They're always backing up brilliantly. This is Katonambao and Veromalua, and now Ravovo, and this is Fiji rugby at its best. It is party time in Dubai because it's the flying Fijians running in another one between the sticks. Brilliant work. And it all started with Big P.O.Tuwai allowed just to have plenty of space and time. And the try is given to Serenatha Rawatha.
Well, take a bow. It comes off the line out still from them, and then it's all just about offload city. Thanks for coming, Fiji, because you are entertaining everyone in Dubai come day 2. Look at the hands, the number of times it goes through. So simple, and Kalini Sal just thinks, let's throw one more in for the crack. Go under the poles. What a performance from Fiji second half.
And the kick is successful, so very handy scoreline now. Fiji. Wallaby mascot can still manage a smile in the sunshine in Dubai. Happy to be here, no doubt. So Fiji not going the 10 on that occasion. So Spate takes it quickly. Has a run, looking for his first try in Australian Sevens colours. Picked up now by Tommy Kingston, former Waratah and Melbourne Rebel, having a crack at the Sevens game. And they get the penalty. They need to score next, Australia.
Hands on the ground, pass the ball.
19-5, Fiji leading.
Crucial play this here. They just got to score. 2 minutes left on the clock. Got to get some points up there to get themselves back into the game.
Stannard. Holland shut down. Inside the 22. Myers across now to Kingston. Kingston putting on some footwork, calling Spate back on the inside. Penalty again, Fiji. Infringing at the breakdown. Now Holland. Dummying! They fell for it and Lewis Holland scores! Australia are back in it. Kick to come, it's 19-10.
A wonderfully taken try, but here Holland just offering it, showing. Have you going to buy? Are you going to buy? See you later under the poles. And Australia come back in, a minute 10 to go, and with an opportunity to potentially score another and take this game to extra time.
And the conversion successful from Stannard. So 19 points to 12. And Stannard goes high. Jenkins. Penalty.
It's a poor restart, that is. Greg Stannard needs to be putting that just on the 10-yard line so that Jenkins can challenge, so that he can get up, win that ball back. What he's done, kicked it too far, gifted the penalty in the end to Fiji. And Jenkins needs to be able to get up and try and get that ball back.
Ben Ryan looking on. We've had some good contests, Australia and Fiji, in the recent 12 to 18 months, and he never shows too much emotion. Ben.
Well, that was an interesting call off the penalty there. Most teams would kick to touch, drain the clock, but Fiji just love running with the ball in hand.
Well, they run down the clock, and so it was a bit tighter than they probably thought. There's a Torco on the far side.
It's going to be last play because it's...
Oh, ho, ho. Fiji kick it out before this last second. Australia have got a chance. They've got the ball.
He can't believe it. Hooter sounded, but they kicked it before the hooter sounded. So can Australia do something with this? Myers. Stannard across now to Holland. And here's Kingston up over halfway. Tom Kingston beat 1-0, and then it goes forward. He was looking to offload to Spate, and it was knocked out of his grasp, and so just when it looked like there might have been something on, it wasn't to be. And congratulations to Fiji. After leading by 19 points to 5, they wrap it up 19 points to 12. Australia through to the plate competition.